Nigga been procrastinating. Hootie hoo, hootie hoo, hootie hoo, hootie hoo, hootie hoo. Come, we're gonna need a different intro for the bistro, huh? This the bistro. That's the intro for the bakery. That's where you get your urban horoscope experience. Welcome to Bamboo Plaza. I know it's been a while. We still in here maintaining everything couple steady. So what we came here to do today, this is the grand opening for the bistro. Y'all know the bakery been open for several months now, several months. Go check out some of those episodes. Go see them. What I do is I me. You know what I'm saying? So because I get a signal first, I get a signal. And so based on what I can ascertain, I decipher the shit for everybody. It may not be it's for nobody in particular, but somebody specific. Okay, so that's what we're doing over at the bakery. Now this here is the bistro. So that's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna start off with we doing fortune cookies over here too, like we do at the bakery. We're gonna do digital fortune cookies. We're gonna do real fortune cookies, and then just get into a couple of topics. Just get into a couple of topics because, like, why not? The world needs to know what's really right. Because I know how to analyze things. My word is bond, but my perspective is needed. When I talk to people, they tell me, they talk to me, they'll give them 4 to 8 minutes, 4 to 8 minutes. And they're going to be telling me, you need to have your own YouTube channel. You need a YouTube channel. They be serious too. And I said, you know what? Maybe I should take it serious. I can tell you exactly what not to do. If you look at my life, you'll know that. But I can also share different perspectives. I got a tendency of seeing things from multiple angles. Now that don't always work in my favor, but it works so much for other people that they told me to come up here and get up on the YouTube. So guess what? I'm here, and this is what we're doing. Now we can take a look at the environment here. This bamboo plant. I got this. I returned something up there to the Walmart, and the lady said that somebody gave this to her, her or one of the workers there, but they're not allowed to accept gifts. She gave me, I said, look at this. She had, yeah, I love bamboo. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know why. I don't know. That was the first, that was like kind of like the first thing that came to me when I named my boutique. So ever since then, everything been bamboo. This Bamboo Plaza, the bakery. Now, Bamboo Plaza got 7 different shops. 7 different shops. My plan is, I'll be forgetting about it, but I'm gonna make sure I take care of it. I think it needs a bigger. It's getting big. It got tall since the last time I went there and checked on it last week. 7 shops in this motherfucker. This is the bistro. Y'all go see the bakery. You can see the boutique behind me. That's the boutique. I make exclusive hair accessories. We're gonna have Bio Bamboo the Lab. That's where we're gonna talk about dreams. And part of today's episode is we're gonna get into how that came about. Yes, as you can see from the title, this is a boxing special. We're gonna talk about that boxing man with his fine self, Anthony Joshua. We're gonna talk about Claressa. She's a bad bitch too. Claressa Shields. Then we're gonna get into dreams. I want to talk to y'all about what kicked off my, I won't say obsession, but I got like a small fascination with dreams. I remember from way back in the day when I was a kid, and what triggered it, what awakened that for me. I'm gonna share that with y'all, with you motherfuckers. And then I don't know, I guess I want to talk about the economy, a bear market and a bull market. Maybe we won't get into that today, maybe we will. some kind of way that related to something else that I was, but I didn't write the link. I didn't write down how it linked. I just wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. And what else? Oh, I wanted to talk about Toddy Candy before it's too late for me to say I told you so. Because them fools, they not trying to raise up. Excuse my diction. I might be a little bit under the camera. But so as far as my brand goes, that's everything we're gonna talk about. Episode 2, we might get into they were talking shit about Kiki Palmer, and I don't appreciate that. I will not stand for it. I'm gonna argue with everybody in the comments. Claressa Shields, I argued with everybody in the comments. I gets blocked, I gets put in timed out, I gets kicked out and shit. I don't give a damn. I'll be back. I won't stand for no Claressa Shields slander and no motherfucking Kiki Palmer either. None of that shit. None of that shit. So that's what's going on. Now, y'all ready to get started? Get into dreams. So it's 7 shops, Bamboo Plaza. This is the Bistro. We don't count them all. This is the Bistro. We got the bakery. That's the boutique behind us. Bio Bamboo, the lab. That's what we're gonna talk about dreams. Oh, and I want to show y'all my books. My books about dreams and stuff. And that's only 4. Karaoke and Wing Bar. That's where I'm gonna link y'all to when I'll be going live, when I be performing live. Karaoke and Wing Bar. The I'll think of it all. I'll get back to you. But if you go over there to those bakery episodes, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Everything you can expect from Bamboo Plaza. Because Bamboo Plaza is a strip mall right near the Himalayas, right at the foot of the Himalayas. And so I own this at each shop. Oh, I remember, because it's Bio Bamboo, the lab. That's what we talk about dreams. And you might even you can get you a you can hear about that. You go hear about that at the bakery. I'm not gonna get into that. Candy shop. Now, candy shop is where we're gonna talk about all the wonderful, amazing things that people are doing in the world. Like, for example, I can't see it because it's in this phone I'm using. I might have something saved up in this phone. Let me give y'all an example of what's going on over there at Candy Shop. Let me see. It would be in the screen shots. Candy shop is just about people doing amazing things, achieving amazing things. Like, for example, the guy, he built he was able to build electricity for his village just using books. He was able to provide the whole village with electricity. That's amazing. Here go one right here. Zoom, Microsoft Teams, FaceTime, and WhatsApp are built using technology Marion Croak invented. She holds 200 plus patents and is in the National Inventors Hall of Fame. So that's Marion Croak. And I just want us to be able to highlight people like that on that's what we're gonna do in Candy House. Highlight people like that. Boom. Your regular everyday people, average people. Maybe it's the celebrities too. I would like to talk about what the celebrities and the shit that they can the wonderful things that they contribute to the charities that they have. They build apartment buildings and they have donations and charities and things. And that's important. So we got Candy House and really in Bamboo Plaza strip mall. You got to go out of our parking lot, across the driveway, 2 houses down, and knock on that side door. That's how you get to Candy House. If you know, you know. And then it's Flower Shop. I think that's all 7. Flower Shop, Candy House. Flower Shop is where we go. Don't. I ain't telling y'all yet. Because I know motherfuckers. They be acting like they don't see that thing. And then they act like they don't give the credit to where they really got the. That's what I know what's going on. So it's Candy House, Flower Shop, Karaoke and Wing Bar, Bio Bamboo the Lab, the Boutique, Bistro, and the bakery. I got all 7. That was good. I usually forget the boutique. I normally used to forget the boutique. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. That's enough. That's enough. This is a pilot episode for the Bistro, right? So I don't really necessarily have like a format. Oh, and what else? You know what else I want to do? We doing R&B reviews, bitch. We got to save R&B. We got to save R&B, motherfucker. We got to save it. Kalani ain't gonna be able to do it. And Summer, she don't be outside. She got to come outside and cut up. She got to make a little bit of more noise because I'm her. I like Summer. I love Summer. Summer Walker. But yeah, we're gonna do R&B reviews. I got a song playing over and over in my head right now that my phone and just introduced me to a couple of days ago, and I've been playing it over and over again. Stick around, and you might find out what it is. So let's get started. Woo-hoo! I had no idea it was supposed to be this quiet in there because it's a certain fan that I always have on, and I finally turned it off. I said, "This is a brief broadcast. I won't be before you long." Man, it's so quiet in this motherfucker. All right. No, I want to be a lady. I want to be a lady. I don't want to be cussing. I don't want to be abrasive. I gotta learn to be gentle. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the camera not straight. I don't feel like it's not straight. It's irritating me. It's annoying me, man. That's what Boosie. Y'all be annoying me, man. Um. So we're gonna do what we do with the bakery, because like I said, I don't have a spec- we have a format for the bakery, right? So it starts off as we do digital fortune cookies for the bakery. Each zodiac sign gets a digital fortune cookie, and then we translate each zodiac sign, and then we slide by the edibles rack to exchange information. Because since it got me through, I want to share it with you, and if it got you by, maybe I can give it a try. And we slide over there by the edibles rack to exchange information. Then we go and we crack the real fortune cookies for each zodiac sign and a celebrity. We'll cover a little trending topic and or something like that. And then the edibles rack, we be covering shit in the edibles rack. Mostly like lifestyle type, you know what I'm saying? Things I do to get by. Now I wouldn't suggest that you got to be a little bold to do some of the stuff I do, because the things I break out, it might be a little risque. It may or may not be against the law. You got to do, you might be, hey, if it got me through, I want to share it with you. And if it got you by, maybe I can give it a try. So we gonna do this, and then after that, that's the end. So like I have a format laid out in the flow. I know what to write. It take a long ass time too. It take like 2 hours. That's why I ain't did no episode. I could probably knock 20 minutes off of here in the beginning. Like right now, if it 15 minutes. So we're gonna do our digital fortune cookie right now. We're gonna start with Capricorn. Digital fortune cookie for each zodiac sign. We're gonna start with Capricorn because we're in Capricorn season. I was showing y'all what's going on over here. So this is the bamboo. I think it needs a new plant. Let's for a second. Let's pause. This did I show you this? It's our bowl of fortune cookies. This is a bowl of fortune. I didn't get them from where I normally get them from, so I don't know what to expect right now, but we'll see. Now look at this. There's two in here. I hurt my finger trying to make shit. I was trying to test something out, and I sliced the top of my finger. And it really wasn't bleeding, but it was bumping into something, and it hurt it. It hurt, and then it bled a little bit. So I made a band-aid with some tissue and a rubber band. There's two fortune cookies in here. That's good luck. Like, I don't know why. Like, that's good luck because that's because. And then this one, when I was getting ready to, I was putting all the fortune cookies in the bowl. I didn't get them from where I normally get them from. I have to go damn near to Mexico to get the motherfuckers. I ain't putting no dubs on it either. It's a long ass drive. And it's like it's a couple of cities, it's a couple of cities over from Mexico. I ain't trying to, and then the way I got to get there, it make more sense to take the streets than to take the freeway because the freeway gonna take me all the way around. Don't worry about it. So this one was like open already. So let's get into it. This the show. The show started. The show is starting. Now, if I had when I get a theme song, the theme song gonna go right here. So that's what we doing. So we finna crack a fortune cookie right now. We're gonna crack a fortune cookie for that boxing man, Anthony Joshua. He got an accident. And I wanted to see. I feel like, so remember how I told y'all I translate the horoscopes. I try not to translate the fortune cookies. I really want to crack them, and to me, that's the universe saying, like, telling us what it is, the context of the whole situation, right? Most of the time, it'll be right on point. Very rarely, like 98, 99% of the time, it's accurate to what we asking, to what we expected. It rarely, very rarely, it might be something random that ain't got nothing to do with what even the situation is for that celebrity, right? So, boom, that's what we're doing. And then we're gonna crack a fortune for Anthony Joshua and Claressa Shields. Because I do not appreciate this Claressa Shields slander. I don't like it. I'll burn all this shit up. Claressa Shields is the fucking quote, and that is it, bitch. GWOAT. The GOAT. With a W. That's it. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. And so we cracking it in it. They always talking a mess about the Claressa Shields because of her relationship. This is a legacy being built. And I can't it didn't got to the point. This is the topic today because I can't disagree too much about the relationship issue. See, I want the camera. Let me see. This is straight. I can't disagree too much about the relationship issue. But yeah, see, the problem is access to these celebrities. Back in the day, it wouldn't have been like this. Anyway, so with this fortune cookie here, it was like open already. So I was like, what can I do with this? You know, how can we do this? So maybe there should be a fortune cookie cracked before every episode to set out the tone, to set out the vibe of the episode. I don't know. Because I looked at it, I went ahead and looked at it. I'm only human. So I was peeking at it and shit because it's already open. Let's just slide it on now. This is going to set out the vibe for this episode. You know how when it's the dancing teams and the girls know which dance they gonna do by what the captain do, and the captain show them what we doing. So this is what we doing right here. We're gonna crack this fortune cookie. And when I looked at it, it said something about appreciating art. And I'm like, let's see. You have a deep appreciation of the arts and music. It's very true. Absolutely true. So let's get into it. And like I said, what we're doing today, we're gonna crack digital fortune cookies, which is I'm gonna look it up on here and tell y'all what it says. And we're gonna get digital fortune cookie for each zodiac sign, starting with Capricorn because we're in Capricorn season. We're gonna go over some trending topics. We're gonna talk about dreams. I'm gonna show y'all my books. We're gonna talk about we're gonna close it out with an R&B review. I got something to say about R&B. So let's start with Capricorn. So here, when I open it up, it says, pick a path with heart. So, hey, you need to have a heart when you do that shit. Now let's start with Capricorn. Capricorn, I am a fortune. You just broke my little house. Where will I live now? Oh, that's cute. I try not to translate the fortune cookies. You take it how you want to. I feel like that was something that was just like, hey, you're gonna get exactly what you give. That was the vibe I got from that one. Like you choose in exactly the way you want things to be. Aquarius. The secret of staying young is good health and lying about your age. Okay? Look, you convince other people, convince yourself. You don't even know how old you are at that point. You are young, then hell, I don't know. Pisces. Bad luck and ill misfortune will infest your pathetic soul for all eternity. What did you do in the name of Bud? Aries, you are not illiterate. Taurus, you must try or hate yourself for not trying. That's the motherfucking truth. Gemini, finish your work on hand. Don't be greedy. Raggedy bastard. Cancer, when fire and water go to war, water always wins. It's in all caps. All rest occurs because people dare to be different. You got to think outside the box around this motherfucker. What term is it? Virgo. Virgo. It is never too late, just as it is never too early. Libra, customer service is taking a bath. You have to keep doing. Oh, customer service is like taking a bath. You have to keep doing it. Okay. Libra, Libra, Scorpio. Scorpio, the cure for grief is motion. Sorry, Scorpio, whatever you're grieving. Sagittarius, did I skip somebody? Sagittarius, it's never crowded along the extra mile. I like that one. I like that one. That's why it's called the extra mile, because people are not extraordinary. People are not being extraordinary. They being ordinary. They being ordinary people. So that was our digital fortune cookies. Now, let's get into the trending topics. I want to talk about the trending topics. We'll talk about Claressa Shields first, then we'll talk about dreams, and then we'll talk about Anthony Joshua. I'm really interested to know we're gonna crack the fortune cookie. To me, when we crack our fortune cookie open, I'm getting my take on what the universe really thinks about what's going on around here. So Anthony Joshua, what did he do that was good or bad? Or what like he ended up being in a car accident, losing two very close to him, resting in peace, and him being very injured himself. And so it only leads you to think and wonder, what did the universe circle back and balance some shit out because he ain't had no business doing that boy like that in that boxing ring? I want to know. So we're gonna crack a fortune cookie and find out and do that. So right now, I'm gonna crack a fortune cookie for Claressa Shields because I want to know what the universe think about this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people talking about her, talking mess about Claressa Shields. She has broken records, Olympic gold. Hold on, did I say something? I know I didn't come up here without no motherfucking. I didn't come up here without no motherfucking yeah, no evidence or no research or no motherfucking foundation. You know what I'm saying? Just up here just talking. Saying things off the dome. When her birthday? So Claressa Shields is an American professional boxer, two-time Olympic gold medalist. She's a former unified super middleweight champion and holds the WBA, the IBF, and WBC World Female Heavyweight titles. Shields has also held the WBA, IBF, and WBC World Female Middleweight titles, and the WBA and IBF World Female Super Welterweight titles. In December 2025, she was abducted into the Michigan Hall of Fame. So, she amazing. There's nobody else on this planet that she's this shit. Where on this motherfucking bitch? I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody done that ever. Well, ain't no wheels. And less than 10 people is nobody. If you can't name more than 10 people that have done that shit, that means ain't nobody else done it. And I don't give a fuck. And then the problem is she messing with this man and can't nobody tell her nothing about this man. Now, I know a lot of relationship topics be popular. I think with relationships are important. You need to have strong relationships with the people around you, whether that's a romantic or familial, whatever kind of relationship. Because strong relationships build solid communities. You know what I'm saying? Strong families build solid communities. You know, and the chemistry sometimes fades. That's why the character remains the same every day. I heard that on somebody earlier. I heard that shit get said. So I'm not gonna cuss that much on you. You know, I felt, how am I gonna go? What if somebody want to pick this shit up and sponsor it? And I'm doing all this cussing and things. I don't even want to be doing this. I don't know if I don't have the right voice. I might have a face for radio and a voice for, I don't know what shit. But God said I gotta do it. God keep telling me. And if did y'all heard what Taurus's fortune cookie, digital fortune cookie said? It said, you better do it or you gonna regret it, something like that. And I'll be like, God, what's the sign, God? Give me a sign exactly. Oh, that wasn't a sign from God. I'm making this up. God be giving me all the signs. He'll put a message across my phone he didn't got to the point where he sent people to directly tell me, another human who they ain't even got no business saying nothing to me. You should do this. God. Yeah, I want to do, I don't want to have no YouTube. I want to do no YouTube. He said the people need me. He said y'all need me. So here I am. Anyway, back to Claressa Shields. We got too much access to these celebrities. And they talked about her relationship, what she got going on. Back in the day, you would have had to wait a whole month to hear it. You know, you don't have all this time you don't have all this influence. I don't know. Because back in the day, you would have had to wait till the magazine came out and see if they talked about it in the magazine or not. If this person did a radio interview or appeared on some show to talk about the situation. And that just wasn't the main topic. They wasn't going on these shows and radio stations. They wasn't talking about their relationship. They pumping their products. You know, they marketing themselves and trying to brand what they got going on. They not going up there to talk about who they fucking with back in the day. That's not what they was doing. And now it's a lot of topic about celebrities, you know, specifically Claressa Shields. That's what we're talking about right now. Making it seem like it's something wrong with her because of her relationship choices. A lot of them broads was dumb. A lot of them. Back in the day, the girls in the R&B group was messing with the producer, and the producer was married, and it was just issues. But that shit never came up. That wasn't even none of our business. We was waiting to see. Hold on. I know I'm not. Can I mute this? So that is to be remembered. Claressa Shields is an amazing woman, and she black. Amazing black woman, building a crazy legacy. Stupendous. You know what I was just thinking? What if Serena Williams and Venus Williams had black daughters? Nigga, that shit would have been hard. Cause like y'all know Venus and Serena Williams, they're the epitome of you know, just wonderful black girls, just wonderful little black girls. And they only got better and better with time. They legacy, they never did anything to tarnish that legacy or have a bad reputation. Mostly. I ain't finna bring that shit up. But because it ain't that deep, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? You know, they still, I'm saying if they would have had black daughters, like if Serena's daughter was black, that would have been so hard. But that ain't even none of our business what she doing over there with Papoose. That ain't even none of our business. And if anybody be acting like I feel like it's a lot of disrespect her way because of that relationship. So let's back and forth quickly. I ain't trying to talk about all that long. I want to know what the universe got to say because I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I can't disagree with what they saying about her choice in men. Or I wanted to say this: when a woman chooses a man, you can't tell her nothing about that nigga. When a man chooses a woman, he need everybody to be impressed with what he chose. His sister gotta like her, his uncles, what y'all think? He gotta take advice from everybody about the bitch who he suck her coochie every night, but he need advice from everybody. So that's what's going on over there with Claressa Shields. That was Claressa Shields' first video I just cracked. You can't tell her nothing about that man. And then he be in the pictures and his eyes be looking like he not really they want to be there and everything. And I'm just like, okay. But I know we ain't finna sit up and act like she not the most amazing woman, one of the most amazing women walking the planet right now. Let's focus on that. Let's make sure we don't let all your nosiness, people nosy as hell, overshadow what she done accomplished. So this is what the universe think about that. Oh, it says you will always have good luck in your personal affairs. That's what they had to say about. So like what y'all talking about. Even if this ain't the good luck, it's in a personal affair for Claressa Shields, it's some coming. She always gonna have it. And regardless, this is good because she not broke. She ain't no broke. It is not affecting her. She not missing studio time and performances. Like it's girls, they supposed to be working on their stuff, getting their stuff together. Let's say Danny Lee, for example. She running around with that nigga the back. Bitch, ain't you supposed to be in the studio making songs and things? You done messed up everything running around with this man. So Claressa, she ain't doing that. I'm trying to straighten now. I'm trying to straighten. She ain't doing that. And that have good luck in your personal affairs. So I also have it's gonna be an Instagram page where you can see a picture of each fortune cookie that get cracked. And I'm gonna have to do that shit quick. I gotta do it on the same day that like I probably do it live while we talking because other than that I might not do it. But so that's what the universe had to say about Claressa Shields' situation. The universe said, Claressa, these people, whether they right or wrong, don't even matter because you always gonna have good luck in your personal affairs. Stop playing with Claressa Shields. The universe said that shit. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Okay, now let's slide on over to the next topic. Here at the Bistro of Bamboo Plaza, home of the Dainty Chat. Let's talk about dreams. Dreams. A lot of people believe that dreams have hints and clues in them for your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you'll have a reflection of something that you experienced already. Maybe you'll have a vision of something that's, well, I don't know. All I know is I find it very fascinating. And I'm gonna tell you how it all went down for me. I remember being a little kid. This was a long time ago. There was a show on TBS, and the show went like this: a person would come up, and there was three experts, and they would tell the experts uh what you dreamed about, and tell you what is the meaning of your dream. So I could like I'll be mad when I think about it because out of all the episodes I can remember this one. So the man was dreaming about a can of like tomato paste or whatever, like a can of soup chasing him. And he kept having this dream about a can of soup chasing him, a recurring dream over several months. So the experts asked him, well, what's going on in your life? You know, they get some details and some information just to find out kind of like what could be going on that's you caused him to have these dreams. So they came to the conclusion, they what they found out was that his significant other was expecting his child. And so they came to the conclusion that he was being chased by a can because he's not sure can he do it. That's his first child, and he wasn't aware of what to expect. And so this can is chasing him around, getting chased by a can in the dream every night. Every night, every couple. He didn't have that dream every night, but it was a recurring dream. Came back every couple of nights, and every time the can got bigger and bigger. So I found that very interesting as a child. And then that done been in me for a long time. I ain't never forgot that. Been years, years. I ain't never forgot that. So what reignited that was a parking lot, my parking lot dream. I wrote it down. I called it my parking lot dream. And I had this dream maybe like 8 years ago. And I'm driving around the parking lot looking for a parking spot. And I'm trying to squeeze into this one parking spot. There's a lot of open parking spots, mind you. There's plenty of spots, but for whatever reason, I want to squeeze into this particular spot. I can figure out which part of my life it applied to at that point. I can do that now, but back then, I could have even done it back then. But see, me being true to myself always caused me to lose the people around me. So I ignored those type of signs because I know if I actually take heed to that, I'm gonna be a little bit lonely a little bit. You know, I don't know why people be feeling like they want to humble me all the time. I'm not humble enough. Well, guess what? God knew what He was doing. Made me like this. Hell. So y'all need to take that up with God or stay away from me, raggedy bastards. And so let me tell y'all about my other dream that I should have took motherfucking heed to. My house on fire dream. So that it was the house was on fire. I don't know. The house was on fire. And it was some kind of gathering, some kind of get together. And I don't know if that was a special get together or if that's, some families they kick it every day after work. Like my baby daddy family, they kick it every day after work. They meet up in the yard at their grandma's house. So I people downstairs, they have faces. I'm sitting around downstairs, and faces, they seem like a family. And I can't tell if it was my family or what, but like I know it was a family. And I don't know, I feel like it was my family. But I was upstairs, like I wasn't really a part of what they had. I really wasn't in the mix. And the house was on fire. And I'm like, oh my goodness, the house is on fire. So I'm like, I need to go tell them. And I'm trying to put this fire out. I'm like, I'm gonna let them know. I know for sure somebody gonna help me put this fire out. They talking there, done there, talking and laughing. Nobody helped me put the fire out. They all so I said the house on fire. So they all got up like they was finna do something. And they went somewhere else. They went across the street or something. Just to make sure they didn't go down with the fire. They just steady talking loud. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna help me put this fire out. What is going on? So I remember that dream. And it just is something else happened to where I was like, y'all really not gonna, I think they all went upstairs or something. And I'm just like, they really not gonna help me put this fire out. They don't even care. The fire close to them and everything. It's close enough that it can even get them. They still not gonna help me put it out. So that was my house on fire dream. So that's what got me interested into keeping up with that. So this is a long ass it's a long ass time. So I got this book right here. It's called, what is it called? Dreams and Symbols. 300 different ways to whatever it say right there. Can y'all see it? 300 simple ways to decode your dreams. And so it's mostly objects, elements, parts, foods, and tell you if you dream about these places, actions, things, even conceptual things, abstract type thing. And it tell you if you dream of that, what does it mean? Or if this is in your dream, what does it mean if that is in your dream? You know what I'm saying? So it's like a list of things, and then it tells you what it means if you dream about that. Like if you dream about an ear, about a mouth, if you dream about some boo boo, that on that page. So that's that. Got that here. We also got the four agreements. I got several copies of that just around. If you know, you know. Got the dream dictionary, which that also offers different a list of different symbols and what it means. Uh if you dream of that or if that comes up in your dream, you know. So I feel like we can talk about that, and that's pretty interesting. And then I have this right here. You do incense, brews, and oils. Cause I feel like natural healing is always important, right? Homeopathic, that's what they call it, homeopathic medicines. It's important that we know how to heal ourselves and what is in nature that we can use around us, with what's in our homes already that we can use around us to make sure we keep our bodies in balance. Because that's being healthy, right? Keeping your body balanced. And I got this book. It's a library book. So, what do your dreams really mean? I like this, a lot of information. It's and it's a lot of good information in here. So we'll get into that. Be strong. So I just wanted to bring that up a little bit. And then now right here where I just talked about these dreams, that's gonna be our that's really gonna be the lifestyle segment. I'm gonna tell y'all stories about, you know, what I does every day and what's going on around here. Like, what example can I give y'all about something that happened to me recently? I don't know. I'll just tell y'all. I'm doing deliveries. Funny things happen when you're doing deliveries, when you're working for UPS or Amazon or something like that. So that's that. Now, let's talk about Todd and Candy real fast. They look so sad. They can't even look in the place in the camera. Todd and Candy don't want to break up and separate. They don't want to. What's going on is Candy is a Taurus and she is stubborn as hell. What you don't understand, the Taurus done decided what it is. You got to damn near pinch a motherfucker Taurus and say, look, you gotta look them dead in their eyes. Please listen to me when I tell you this. Trust that I'm telling you, you gotta really love somebody. Now, so you can sit there saying, nobody has time for that. Who finna sit there if you don't want to take? All right, if you don't really love a motherfucker, then say that then. But what I'm saying is, when you really love somebody, you know what type of, what they thought they is a little bit retarded, and you could take that into consideration when you communicate with that person. That's what real love is. You consider their retardation. So the thing is, and this right here that we're doing is not working for me. This shit got to stop, or we'll be some sad motherfuckers. You gotta tell a Taurus they gonna be sad. Cause they don't, you gotta say you're gonna be sad. You gotta give him a second to think like, damn, sadness. You know? So Todd just want Candy to come home. That's all he want. And Candy chasing these fame and these little bit of a little half a drop of fame and whatever piece of a check. Nobody even I don't feel like no Candy done all she gonna do. She didn't peak. The stuff that she doing don't even make a lot of noise nowhere but in Atlanta and on her page. Nobody is checking for you like that. The most amazing thing you done is the singing group Escape. Y'all did y'all damn thing in the 90s. Y'all be out on tour still right now a little bit. You're not bigger than Escape. You're not gonna be bigger than Escape. That's it for you. And Ty want her ass to come home and help him with them kids. And Candy think all she got to do is pay somebody to have relationships with Todd, to do everything that she would be doing. Candy paying somebody to do everything that she would be doing if she was there. Todd don't want that. And Candy feel like she got it all figured out. She can afford to pay somebody to keep her man happy while she do what she want to do. The man want you, for real. He wasn't in it for the check. He wasn't in it to have a nice house. He wasn't in it to change his lifestyle. He liked you, Candy, and he wants you to be there. And the bitch you picked, that must not be maybe if she be but let me see. She thinks she figured it out and she can't calculate. She can't even calculate why he complained. Because tourists just think, okay, this person is doing this, people need this, and this, and there ain't nothing else going on. There's more going on than that. People got reasons why the motherfucker actually likes you, tourists. They actually fell in love with you. They like your ass and they want you around. You got to make yourself palatable, okay? You got to generalize your flavor a little bit. Not to say water yourself down, but to generalize your flavor a little bit. Okay, who else? Oh, Anthony Joshua. I wanted to crack a fortune ticket for Anthony Joshua for that boxing man. Now, let's go ahead again today. Anthony Joshua, he's a boxing man, a fine boxing man. Okay, I want to have some kind of noise to signify we're moving on to another topic. I'm gonna get it to. I know what I want. Cause let her cook. I know what I want to get to. I keep forgetting to get it. When I go to the stories, getting shit. What is it called? How would I call it? I ain't gonna tell you motherfuckers. Y'all been trying to jump on my shit instead of supporting each other and not supporting me. And got the shit from me. Let me tell you, I'll be looking at these videos on the social media, act like the reply button don't work when I'm saying something. When I'm talking, but they replying to each other and shit. Oh, the reply button work when you bitches are talking to each other. And then the crazy thing about what people do, y'all pumping them up about their basic ass Three Musketeers ass boink boom. That shit is not even. I'm bringing y'all my heart, nigga, my heart and my soul. Real effort. Effort. But what they go there and just, girl, I remember this was who. All right, that's okay. This is a lot of my work, and it's a lot of people in the world. It's not for anybody in particular, but somebody specific. And there's so many people in the world. I can't tell you the ingredients, but I can sell you the sauce. And you got to think fast, but be slow to keep up with some of this shit. Because you got to think fast, but you got to be willing to slow down and possibly get off the beaten path to get to the destination that's for you, bitch. So let's get into R&B real quick before I go. This episode is not going to be this long. Fuck. So I'm gonna do R&B reviews. I'm not gonna do one on this episode. because this is a pilot. I really wanted to see where things was gonna go, how it was gonna fit, how I wanted to line up. I don't even know how dreams came up, but where we that dream segment, that's where trending topics and my little lifestyle, what I be doing all day and shit gonna go. And then, like I said, the dream topics is really for Bio Bamboo the Lab. So that's where we're gonna cover dreams at. But we're gonna get into R&B over here. We're gonna do R&B reviews. I didn't review nothing, I ain't got nothing picked out. But what I do want to talk about is I found a song. My phone sent me a song, and it's just playing over and over in my head. I don't know how old the song is. And guess what? Y'all about to be. Because me, I don't know if you can tell, I'm a niche nigga. So the song is some real R&B, and he got soul. It's by The Beeb. It's called The Beeb. It's by Beeb. It's called All That Matters. You're all that matters to me. I just met this song maybe like 2 years. I don't know none of the words. None of the words. None of no run or nothing. By myself. You're all that matters to me. Y'all saying, how's it playing over and over in your head again? I don't know. I don't know. How is it playing over and over in my head if I don't know the words? Hell. But the Bieber, Justin Bieber, he slid with that shit right there. I'm gonna have to review that. Is some real R and motherfucking B, nigga. Now sometimes they write somebody a song like, oh, this is a good song for this person. It's a good song for this person. I don't know if they wrote that song for somebody else and gave it to the Beeb or what. I don't know, but all that matters. That's what it's called. And so let me tell y'all something. I like celebrities that been through shit. You not no real icon if you ain't got no controversy attached to your name. If you ain't never been on dope, if you ain't never slapped a bitch, if you ain't never been drunk in public, if you ain't got a reputation for being a diva, if you ain't, I don't like no icons and no celebrities that ain't been. Now, violence, I don't condone violence. Shit happens. We only human. And you shouldn't be hurting people. But all I'm saying is, I like my celebrities. You have to change out of rehab. You don't have to grow up in a care home, or you gonna have to. That doesn't even do it. Like I feel like at some point in your celebrity career, but different things like that. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So we need to save R&B. And they trying to act like Kalani doing it. Kalani talking about, come pick up your clothes. Folded. I don't think she could do it. But we'll get into that. Now back to Anthony Joshua. He's a professional boxer, okay? Now, there was an event set up where he was supposed to fight. There's a YouTuber, streamer, blogger guy. And he does these events and these stunts to make it. I don't know what the reason is for him doing it, but he'll set up a fight with a real boxer, with an actual trained professional boxer. And he isn't anything like that. He has a very muscular build and all that good stuff, but he's not trained professionally. And he isn't fighting people that are his match. They're not the same weight class, they're not the same damn age. He done got there and fought Mike Tyson. So people acting like they mad that he fought Mike Tyson, but I'm just like, it's all a why so what's we know damn well, was there something said? Because we know damn well Mike Tyson too old to be boxing, and that boy ain't no professional boxer. I feel like Mike Tyson could have really messed him up. But it's all fun and games, right? I don't know why people be taking it so serious. Like they really wanted the boy to get effed up. Well, he really got to get effed up for. He just trying to have something to stream on his channel. Shit. But anyway, if you're a professional boxer and you agree to a YouTuber, you're not it's not nothing to prove. It's all fun, right? I don't know. So the man Anthony Joshua ended up really hurting what the boy, I don't know. I have no idea. Jake. Jake something. So Jake Paul. And he broke his jaw. And it doesn't seem like he sometimes men can be heavy handed. They don't know how heavy their hand is. Don't ask me how the fuck I know. But I don't know. Just watching it, it doesn't seem like he put a lot of effort into intentionally hurting Jake Paul. But his jaw did end up broke. And so, I wonder now, what's in the contract? Was he supposed to be taking it easy on him like Rihanna on Desperado? Desperado, take it easy. He supposed to be taking it easy on that man. And then broke his jaw. And his brother was livid. His brother was hot. Jake Paul's brother was so angry. Oh my gosh. Standing next to him in the hospital bed. Oh, you could just see the steam coming from his ears. But all the comments were like Jake Paul deserved it. I'm like, what the fuck he deserved it for? Just because he be trying to play in the boxing ring and shit? Is there something being said? Like, is he saying that he finna whoop ass? He deserved it. What was he the bad character? Like, he ain't finna whoop ass. What are y'all doing? People want to see that. See his ass whooped. So I've been wondering, was that a part of the contract for Anthony Joshua, like for professional boxers to take it easy on him? Did Anthony Joshua break that contract? Did he do that shit intentionally? You can't help but wonder. What's going on? Let me see. Did Anthony Joshua break that motherfucking contract? I want to know. I don't like this plan done. It's all dead and shit. I don't like that. See right here, it say Lucky Bamboo. So I'm gonna put it in the container. I'm gonna put it in the cup. Figure out where I'm gonna put it. Does it look like it's? I think it needs some more space, maybe. Do we need dirt or what? Because it's rocks in here. According to Chinese practice, the number of stalks symbolize the type of energy brought home. So one stalk is truth, two stalks equals love, three stalks equals luck, five stalks equals wisdom, six stalks equals prosperity. So this is three. And would this account as a fourth one? And would this be a five and six? Nigga, that's six. Prosperity. Prosperity. Okay, let's see what the universe got to say because I don't know what to think. So I really want to know what. So, fuck the book. Then he ended up getting into a horrible car accident. where two of his very close friends passed away, and he was hurt badly enough to be hospitalized. He's still in the hospital. You know, his friends are they may they rest in peace. They are resting in peace. And so now I'm like, okay, it is not my job to say what karma is, what balance out, who deserves what. That is not my job. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge y'all. That is all I can say is that's crazy. Cause I can't say I don't believe that it's nobody knows what karma is. Like we don't like to me, we don't get to decide. Nobody knows who deserves karma and for what. Maybe what that person is doing is the balancing out, is the karma of something else, and that brought the balance. Maybe that person is righteous and justified in what they're doing, and they're not, ain't no karma coming for their ass. You know what I'm saying? Who knows where karma's supposed to land at? Who decides who's supposed to be getting some karma? So I don't know that's how I feel about it. So I want to know, what is this fourth cookie about to say about what Anthony Joshua got going on in his life right now. So let's see. Then we're gonna do an R&B. We'll talk about R&B. Listen, I don't really like these. When you said that. That's why I don't like this shit. That's why I don't like this. Same one again. That shit said you will always have good luck in your personal affairs. Same one we just read. Funky ball head ass. It is. That's why I don't like these. I'm gonna have to drive all the way down there to Mexico. Get the ones I like. Because those was barely ever repeated. Like never. Luck is coming your way. Okay. So I feel like the universe just said that Anthony Joshua didn't deserve that shit. And neither did his friends. His friends passed away. That is so sad. They look so good. They is fine. His two friends. It was his personal trainer and his coach. Oh my God, they look good as fuck. They up in heaven fine like a motherfucker. But it says right here, Anthony Joshua still got some luck in life coming his way. So, you know, he didn't deserve that. I don't believe that was karma as much as the balance, as much as it's given. Maybe he was a little reckless in the boxing ring. If we minus the possibility that Jake accidents, if we eliminate that, I don't know, because I'm not getting a signal from the universe. I finally got this God was I can't say it's God speaks to me. It's God, it's GUA, God, the universe and the ancestors. Because God speaks, the universe moves, and the ancestors guide. So what I'm getting from this is Anthony Joshua possibly may have known better. He possibly may have known He didn't want it to go that bad. I don't think the man, when you watch the footage, it don't seem like he really tried to draw back and really swing on him like that. It does not give that. It might have been some outside forces that called for some balance. I don't know, but I can't look at the footage and say that. I'll just say this. Look, because I'm having a hard time saying he deserved it. Maybe that's making me. I'm having a hard time saying he deserved that shit because I do not feel it is not my. I can't judge. That ain't for me. We just talked about the facts and that's it. I don't know. Only God can judge people. I don't know what karma, who deserve karma, or why they deserve it. That ain't for me to decide. So, according to this fortune cookie, the universe says that Anthony Joshua, luck is coming your way. Something good about to happen for him soon. So I don't know. Maybe he had to feel. Maybe somebody had to feel how Jake Paul's jaw feels. Who knows why things played out the way they did? But the universe ain't gave up on what's the name? Anthony Joshua. He's so fine. He look good and everything. Now, that's what his R&B review. This is the goddamn. Can't be rambling like this. We'll have to pick the topic, get to the point, know what the main points are of the topic, and get the fuck on. Okay. We need to save R&B, bitch. I like that song. I love the way your body is. You bad just like Kalani is. You bad just like Kalani is. Whatever the words is. You gotta set it up earlier. I like that song. She gonna be able to do it. She got the song out there acting like it's a real hit. They forcing it. It's not. I don't hear it nowhere. And they don't even this out here. They don't play too much rap. So if they was gonna play that song, they would be playing. They don't. They don't. Yeah, this was the first. She gonna song been in the top 20 for 20 weeks. Girl, I ain't heard it. They forcing it. You lying. That's to make you go listen to it. And then you go listen to it. Girl, it's too flat. I'm not gonna review it right now. Maybe I'll review it on the next episode. Let me see. Yeah, maybe I'll review it on the next episode. It's too flat. It don't go nowhere. And when it's and when she's supposed to, when you do you supposed to do the first, and it might be a bridge and a hook, or it might just be a hook. This real R&B, Nick, it's a bridge and a hook. You do the verse, bridge, and the hook. You come to the conclusion, and you're supposed to climax. And then meet me at the door. That ain't gonna save R&B, bitch. Now, oh, this is where it all linked up. Where I said saving life and saving R&B. There's a bear market and a bull market. The bear market is this Great Depression that the fuck we in right now. They not saying nothing, but this is the Great Depression, bitch. In 30 years, they're gonna be like, it was the Great Depression. Two. I call World War II. So there's a bear market and a bull market. The bear market is circulating the economy. The bull market is when shit is going good. Now, the first sign when that the market is getting back to where it needs to be, leisurely spending returns first. I got my notes right here. I learned this in my business class. Leisurely spending is the first thing that starts having an uptick when the market is doing good. Concerts, traveling, spas, clubs, you know what I'm saying, alcohol vacations, and yoga, haircuts, grooming, leisurely activities. Those are the type of things, the first thing to get an uptick. That's very interesting. You know, when that's the economy side of it, right? But as far as humanity and you know, our mental, our psychology, our lifestyle, our values, what's important to us, what we need to survive, what we need to create the balance, whether we're doing that shit on purpose or not, subconsciously. That's the first thing that returns. So that includes concerts, music, R&B. Right. So okay, I wrote this shit, so it's all coming together now. Well, we gonna black people spend money. If we gonna get the economy circulating, percolating, and percolating, we gonna have to save R&B. But I don't know what we can do with hip hop. Kendrick Lamar came and turned hip hop into the word. I don't know what, but R&B should be saved. People spend money, so if we save R&B, the money gonna get circulated. They said the alcohol industry is down $830 billion with a B, bitch. I know. I'm pretty sure that's what the fuck it said. With a B, bitch. And they're like, it's a health crave. Ain't nobody got no money. We cannot go out. We can't go out the club. We can't throw no backyard boogies. We can't do none of that shit they used to do in the 90s. Ain't no fucking money, bitch. Ain't nobody got no money. That's leisurely activities. Ain't nobody got no money. I read that the minimum wage, and there isn't a minimum wage in any state in America that would allow somebody to have their own dwelling, a 2-bedroom dwelling or a 1-bedroom. There's no minimum wage nowhere. I guess you got to move to the Goonie, to the boondocks, and it ain't no jobs over there. You gonna have to work. Ain't nowhere to work over there. I mean, like, what the fuck? Back in the days, back in the 90s, nigga, your mama work her job, she get off work, she come to the house and get dressed and leave, bitch. She got her own little job, she got her outfits and shit. She finna go see Luther. You know what I'm saying? You can get you grow up, you turn 18, you go get a job, you go get an apartment with your friend. Y'all be going out and shit. Ain't none of that. You can't do nothing. People don't even want to stick together because times is so hard. People don't want to do your work. It's very selfish, sticking to themselves. And so if they say R&B, black people gonna spend money, it's gonna bring the economy back to life. Now I wrote something else: the message or the vibe. Hip hop versus rap. They scared. They scared. Now I thought about this. Why is it that a lot of these radio stations, the hip hop station, the DJ, the host is like a Hispanic person? Every single, hip hop radio, more than likely, it's gonna have the host is Hispanic and all the little people that's sitting over there, hee ha, all those people are Hispanic. And it begs the question, why are Black people generally refusing to play music? Do Black people catch a lot of heat for playing this music? Because it's not anything, y'all know what the music is that they play. they don't let the music that's uplifting and encouraging, the hip hop and the rap with a good message, they don't let that get popular. They take them other ones that degrade that trifling, that pitiful, pathetic rap and hip hop, that low life hip hop. That's what's got to be big and popular. That's what's the only thing they gonna push. It's up to them what makes the headlines. It's up to them what get pushed. You figure out who the fuck is them. If you don't know what's going on around here, you her. So the message, there's messages in these music, there's vibes in these music. Are Hispanic people more willing to pump that into the Black community? It's Mexicans in the community too, than Black people are. What's the deal with that? And if we change and update where we are, we're not there no more. We don't want to be gang banging and gang. This ain't back in the day. Ain't no gang banging like that no more. We don't want to be we can't afford, we ain't even got the money to enjoy life and be having fun and doing good, wearing big earrings and shaking ass and having freak nicks. The motherfucking minimum wage is too bad. And it ain't good for us. That ain't the direction that we want to go in. So the hip hop and the rap is dying out because nobody want to hear that shit is fading away the way they want to do it. They want to push the people, the powers that be, the people who are in charge of what music gets played. They want to push the hip hop music that the low life rap, trap music. And nobody, we not really trying to support that shit. Teach a nigga something. WB, Warner Brother. Now, R&B. How we gonna say what used to happen in R&B that ain't happening no more? A story used to get told. Tendernism. A story used to get told. Stories ain't getting told no more. Let me give y'all some examples. They were not. No, you know who was gonna tell a story? Drew Hill was gonna tell a story. Now, sleeping in my bed, I got this feeling, and I just can't turn it loose. That somebody's been getting next to you. Stop playing. They gonna tell a story, and then what else they got? Whitney Houston. I'm your baby tonight. From the moment I saw you, she gonna tell the story. What else we got? Usher. You make me want to leave the one I'm with before anything began between us. You were like my best friend. They tell us, okay. Even your music soul child. Janet, I get so lonely. She telling us what's going on, what she going through. Mariah Carey, we were as one bed for a moment in time. It seemed everlasting. You know what I'm saying? But it's a chance they might come back around and work it out. You never know. R&B is supposed to be telling a story. That's how we gonna save R&B. That's how we gonna bring it back. They want to bring back 90s R&B. They want to bring back the 90s because let me tell you why. The people that's in charge of the internet right now is the people that grew up in the 90s, that came of age in the 90s. Like the people that like we run the internet. We're the ones that like the next generation is growing up and they got some income to add to situations now. But at first, we was the ones who was added income to make the internet do what it was supposed. You know, we had the income to purchase things and you order stuff off the internet and make credit cards. Okay, make the internet make sense. Older people, they not using the internet, like that's not their thing. They tested out the internet on us. The first computers in the world was put into our third grade classrooms. Like all the shit that they do on the internet, they learned that shit from our habits and activities, from watching our behaviors around the computer and around the internet. And so that's why everything is kind of like you know, maybe this just my algorithm making me feel like the world revolve around me, bitch. Making me feel like the world revolve around 80s babies and 90s kids. But my world do revolve around me, bitch. I don't know what the fuck. So the internet is what we made it to be. And that's why we gonna be the only ones that can save R&B, tendernism, tendernism. That's why R&B so that's why you see this movement of we trying to bring back 90s R&B. They trying to bring back love. People ain't falling in love no more. They had to ban the abortions because people ain't falling in love no more. You know what I'm saying? And so it's important. It's important. Now we're gonna wrap this up. It's been, oh my God. I will never, these episodes cannot be this long, like at all. Fuck. Episode 2, I want to talk about Kiki Palmer. How they want to talk about something wrong with her doing interviews with a certain type of man. Whole time they the abusive one. The camera done move this shit. Whole time they the abusive one. I gotta keep that door cracked so I can get some service from the Wi-Fi. So that's why I gotta have the camera turned a little bit. That's why I'm knowing it ain't even. I'm knowing what's going on. So y'all come back now. You hear? Tell somebody. I got to do this. I got shit I got to get out the pawn shop. Please share my channel. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, the YouTube will pay me. You know what I'm saying? So to upgrade our experience, your experience here, my experience on the planet. Come back soon.